Hello, my name is Jawar Rahman. I'm recording this video for demo purpose. In this video, I am going to discuss about Heron's formula. In this formula, as we all know that the area of a scalene triangle we calculate, like if a triangle ABC is given and their sides are as AB, BC and CA and their lengths are AB is equal to A, BC is equal to B and AC is equal to C, like AB is equal to A, BC is equal to B and CA is equal to C. So as we all know that in any triangle all three sides are not equal to each other, that triangle is called an scalene triangle. We generally use this formula in scalene triangle, but it is not only for scalene triangle. We can apply this formula, Heron's formula, in any kind of triangle, either it is a scalene or equilateral or an isosceles triangle. So the formula is a very well known formula, which is A is equal to S into S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, where S is called semi-perimeter of this triangle and the value of S is equal to, we can write as A plus B plus C upon 2. Semi-perimeter means the sum of all sides divided by 2, that is S. This formula A is called Heron's formula. Heron's formula. We are going to talk about where this formula comes from and what is the origin of this formula. How do we get to here that A is equal to S minus A, S minus B and S minus C. Before this formula, we wish to calculate the area of a triangle by a certain formula that was A is equal to 1 upon 2 base into height. Like we used to write that A is equal to 1 upon 2 base into height. We all are aware of this formula and we used to calculate area of the triangle by this formula in earlier classes, like in class 7, 8 and maybe before that. But in this class 9 and onward, if we have a triangle that is in which the length of the sides are given as AB is equal to A, BC is equal to B and CA is equal to C, then we can use this formula. That is another formula, that is an advantage. We are in advantage over here. We can use another formula is equal to S minus A, S minus B and S minus C. Before deriving this formula, I am going to talk about this formula first too. Like why do we need this formula? Heron's formula. Why do we need that? We need this formula because in earlier formula, like A is equal to 1 upon 2 base into height, there was a limitation. Like we needed a base and according to this base, we needed a corresponding height that was called altitude. Like if we choose the base BC is equal to B, then we need a height, corresponding height of this triangle and we know that the corresponding height is the perpendicular from this vertex to this side, and that is suppose h1. Then in this case, by applying this formula, the area would become 1 upon 2 into base into h1. But if we choose the base CA, then we need height of this triangle according to the CA. And the CA, according to the CA, the height would be a perpendicular from this vertex on this side, and that will become H2. That will become a different height, and we call it as H2. So then, in this case, the formula would become the area would become 1 upon 2 C into H2, and if we take base AB like this A length, then the height will become a perpendicular from this vertex on this side, the altitude of this triangle, the third altitude of this triangle, and suppose that is H3. Then in this case, area will become 1 upon 2 A into H3. In all these cases, the area is same, but we can calculate that area by three different methods. And in all these cases, we can write that 1/2 A is equal to 1/2 A into H3 is equal to 1/2 B into H2 is equal to 1/2 A into H1. The problem with this formula was that we needed a height of this triangle, and the height of a triangle can be measured in three different ways. Like if you change the base, if you change the side, then the height will change accordingly. And because of that, we had a limitation in this formula. But if we apply the Heron's formula, there is no such kind of thing. There is no requirement of any height, and there is no requirement of any base. You all just need is only the sides of this triangle A, B, C. Okay, let's talk about the derivation of this formula and where it comes from. So, suppose this was the triangle that I have already drawn on the board, and the triangle was ABC, and we divide this triangle in two parts such that by dropping a perpendicular from this vertex to this side BC, such that AM is a perpendicular on BC. AM is a perpendicular on BC. So in this case, this triangle ABC would become two triangles, ABM and ACM, and we all can see that these two small triangles are right angle triangle. Suppose this BM is equal to X. Let BM is equal to X. Then this CM will become already B minus X. Then CM is equal to B minus X, because the whole length BC was B, and we subtract from this BC a BM, that is X, that this CM is equal to B minus X. Now we can apply the famous formula of Pythagoras in right angle triangle, as we know that in right angle triangle the square of hypotenuse is equal to square of perpendicular plus square of base. So suppose in this triangle ABC, in triangle ABM, we all know that AB is equal to A, AB is equal to A, in triangle AB is equal to A, AM is equal to, let it is H, and BM is equal to X. We have already considered that here. Now apply the hypotenuse, apply the Pythagoras formula, that is hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So in this case it would become AB square is equal to AM square plus BM square. Now put the value of everything. AB is equal to A, as we have already in this triangle, and AM is equal to H, that will become H square. The BM is equal to X, that is X square. Now find the value of H from here, or value of H square from here. Then you have to send this term at this side. Then value of H square is equal to A square minus S square. Let this is equation number 1. We'll apply the same rule in another, in this small triangle as well, that is triangle AMC. And we can see that this triangle AMC is also a right angle triangle in which AC is equal to C and MC is equal to B minus X and AM is equal to H, also like it was in earlier triangle, in this triangle ABM. So if you apply the same formula in this triangle, in triangle AMC, so here is AM is equal to H as well, like it was earlier, and CM is equal to B minus X, and AC is equal to C. Now apply the Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square means AC square is equal to perpendicular square means AM square plus base square means MC square. Put the value of these AC, AM and MC. We will see that AC means C square is equal to AM means H square plus MC it means B minus X square. Now calculate value of H square from here. So we have to send this term here. So it would become H square is equal to C square minus B minus X whole square. Now let this is equation number 2. We have calculated value of H square in equation number 1 and value of H square in equation number 2. Of course this is the value of H square in both equations, that this equation 1 would become same as equation number 2. So from equation number 2, 1 and 2 we can say that this right hand side is equal to this right hand side. So it will becomes, we can write over here A square minus X square. From equation 1 and 2 we can write that from equation 1 and 2 we can write that A square minus X square is equal to C square minus B minus X whole square. Right? Now from this equation we will try to find out the value of X. For that we will have to open this square. Now let's use the formula. A square minus X square is equal to C square minus B minus X whole square. This is the formula, famous formula of A minus B whole square. The whole square of A minus B square, where it would become B square plus X square minus 2BX. Now open this bracket, so we will find that every sign would be changed, the plus would become minus and minus would become plus. So it would become C square minus B square minus X square plus 2BX. Now we can see that in left hand side and right hand side there is term minus X square here and minus X square here as well. So we can cancel out this term by each other. So this would become cancel out. So the remaining would be A square is equal to C square minus B square plus 2BX. Now we have to find the value of X. So for that we will take these two terms from this side to that side and we will write that term first. So it will become 2BX is equal to A square minus C square plus B square. A square minus C square plus B square. So it means X is equal to A square minus C square plus B square divided by 2B.